Hi, I'm Frank Cho, and you're listening to Team Nerd Herd podcast.
This is a DJ Woman Show.
What's up, comic compadres, and welcome back to the Team Nerd Herd Top Pick Show, where our best advice for you is if you want to do it right, you got to collect what you like. But I want to welcome in some guests before we do a little roll call with ourselves here with the regular homies. And I want to bring in a special guest that you guys didn't think was going to be here, but she's a big Frank Cho fan, so we had to. What's up, Lucy? How you doing?
Going on, Lucy?
What's going on, Lucy?
Hi, how are you?
All right.
She's like, I'm ready to rock.
Lucy's ready to go. and then for our very, very special guest, the legend, the myth, Mr. Frank Cho. What's up, Frank?
Hey, how's it going?
How you doing, man? I'm gonna put you in the middle, man, because that's how we do, bro. We just give you a big old Team Nerd Herd hug.
Virtual hug.
Hug. Everybody's giving a virtual hug to Frank.
He's like, put your mask on. Yeah.
Really messed up Brady Bunch.
Yeah. I'm the youngest one in curls.
Right.
So let's pass this mic around, man. I'm gonna pass up with Rogue Slaw. What's up, man?
Nothing much. Just another Sunday, another football Sunday. Go Browns, I guess. I'm Rogue's Law, JR, your resident asshole and Marvel fan. I'll pass it down to Steve. What's up with you, sir?
What's going on? Happy Sunday, y'all. It's your boy Steve, aka Hip Hop's in me, and I'm your 1/12 scale collector, comic book lover, and your chaser of all things nostalgic. I'm gonna throw it across the yard to Big Rob.
What up, guys? It's Big Rob. Rob's on Instagram. And I'm just chilling with everybody else, and let's move on to Alonzo.
What up? Thanks a lot, Big Rob. This is Alonzo, aka Comics and Pops, celebrating my Rams victory. That's right. We got one more game.
I'm just celebrating good vibes.
And again, big comic book nerd and also pop culture fan. And let's bring it all the way down to Mr. Firesell Comics.
Yo, what up, everybody? Firesell Comics here. Sunday. I guess that's a football day. You guys are watching football. My Packers are on a bye week, so I really am not worried. What's up, Ian? Over here.
Playoffs. There's football playoffs, man. I haven't even been paying attention, man. But this is Hood Rat Comics. You can catch me over there on Instagram. You know me by Ian, man. But I want to say what's up to the Light. I want to say what's up to Sparks. I want to say what's up, Anthony, man. Welcome. And I want to say what's up to Sam. What's going on, Sam? Copy 801, man, one of our regs. And I want to say what's up to the brother Eric. Eric, what's up, man?
Armando.
And our cousin Azores Tigers in the house, man. So let's get to it, man. How you been, Frank, since we last talked to you?
I got my heater fixed.
No, that's right. That East Coast weather, bone chilling.
Yeah, exactly. I've just been busy. Came back from my Hawaii vacation, which was really nice.
Ooh, jelly.
It's like 83 degrees and sunny. And like it so much, I might actually go back next month for another vacation.
Lucky you, man. Any good food out in Hawaii, man, that you caught over there?
Spam.
Bamboo tubies are the best, right?
Yeah, man. Or a chicken kiatsu.
Actually, I had a really good sushi in Hawaii.
Oh,
yeah, really?
Freshly caught.
And what's that? Poi? Is it poi?
Poi, yep. Poi, the kind of like a starchy pudding, you know? Yeah.
Did I have that?
It's a delicacy, man. You got to get used to it, man. So
a lot of great seafood. I mean, they it's just fresh from the ocean. So a lot of great seafood.
That's awesome. There's this place in Hawaii. I don't remember which island it was, but I don't know if you guys ever watch Somebody Eat Phil on Netflix. And he went to this place in Hawaii, and they do like the poke bowls, but they also have like other foods, and I remember they would say that they will get their fish every day So that looked pretty cool. And Phil was saying that he was not so big in like fish and in the poke bowls, but that kind of changed his mind. So that's one place I would like to try. Over there.
Oh, me too. I'm right with you, Lucy. Let's roll.
Right. So are we live?
Oh, we're
Yeah.
live.
Yeah, we're live, man.
Yeah.
We're 5 minutes in.
If you click the comments and you're right or that way, right, you'll see the whole live feed going on, and you can anytime anybody wants to ask a question, man, you can answer it, and it's totally interactive. But go ahead, Alonzo. I think Alonzo had a question, man. Go, man.
No, so Frank, you mentioned that again, like, in your social media posts and live feeds, that you're working on a number of things for AWA Upshot. You want to kind of let us know what's going on?
I'm writing and drawing Fight Girls. I'm actually working on issue number 4 right now, and so this is I'm gonna finish this tonight.
Oh, let me blow you up there, Frank. I'm gonna put you what we call on YouTube blast. There you go. Wow.
Beautiful.
Oh,
Wow.
nice.
That's
Look,
a huge
see the
piece.
booty.
Yeah, that's the girl's butt that you were drawing earlier, wasn't it?
Yeah.
She likes the
Man.
movie there, Frank.
Sorry, I just went straight to there.
Yeah, like me too. I was like, woo. No, I was looking at her like bandaging up, getting ready to kick some ass. Frank draws the girl like ready to, assert her karate chopping skills and ass kickery all left and right.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm so excited for this comic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, can you tell us a little bit about Fight Girls?
God, I don't want to give too much away. So
Just a little bit, just a little snippet. Get our mouths watering.
It's a science fiction action adventure story. So this queen of this big giant empire had to abdicate her throne because she was proven barren. So she couldn't get pregnant. And even though this was a big high-tech empire, they still do, when it comes to siring, the royal heir, they do it the old-fashioned way. And so once the queen was to be proven barren, they opened up this ancient contest where they get like 10 women from different parts of the empire to compete in this crazy competition to see who will become the new queen and basically, get impregnated by the king. So you have it's kind of like the Hunger Games. So you have like the Jungle Challenge, that's book 1, and the Desert Challenge, that was book 2. The 3rd book is the Ocean Challenge, and then the 4th book, then what I'm drawing right now is the final 2 contestant is trial by combat. Ooh. So whoever wins the combat becomes the queen, and then book 5 is the queen thing,
Wow.
Mm-hmm. So one of our regulars on the chat, Copy 801, wants to know, when does this book come out? He's looking forward to it.
And so the book will be out July of this year, this summer.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Okay. So we better add it to our pools then right now.
I know, right?
Definitely add that. Check and check and check all covers.
So they say this summer, but I think my editor, she slipped and actually told me it's July.
Now, Frank, I'm actually really excited for February because you have a cover with redemption. I love the pen work. It's a B cover. It's an amazing cover. So, do you have any other additional covers and any other titles that you'll be adding into the AWA Upshot portfolio other than Fight Girls and maybe coming, down the line?
I did the Marjorie cover, which is a new Garth Ennis book.
Nice.
And I turned that in last month. Oh, and I think my editor has more covers in mind, so I have no idea. I mean, they just like call me up and say, hey, we want you to do this cover. And I said, okay. And then they just like send me the quick story synopsis. and then I run with it.
That's right. I gotta say, I do love this cover as well. Look at that.
Oh, that came out? Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
bro, you got that one?
Oh yeah,
Dang.
Yeah,
yeah.
you're lucky, man.
How'd you get that one? That's a hot book right now, Frank.
It's called Cold Hard Cash. You know. I was just like, give it to me.
Yeah, it's going for like 70 right now.
In about a month, so I have no idea.
It's a beauty
out there.
Yeah, it looks fantastic. Like when you had that on your live stream, on your social media post. Honestly, I didn't even know who that character was until just recently when it saw it like in live and in color. I was like, oh my god, this is fantastic.
Oh, you didn't know who Hellcat was?
No, I didn't know it was Hellcat.
Oh, okay.
You know, I thought it was just another one of your ballpoint pen beauties.
Oh, right.
You know, I didn't know it was going to be a specific cover, and then I saw it. I'm like, oh my god! It's like I put two and two together. I'm like, this is great.
Right.
Yeah, amazing pen work. It's just beautiful.
So you want me to? Is this on YouTube? What is this on?
Yes,
YouTube. It's on YouTube. Yep.
You want me to blast my fans to, come on?
Sure.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, yeah, herd up. Let's go.
Herd them up. Bring them up.
It's Sunday, and let's get rolling.
Let's get
it.
We're closing the week out with
He's
a
like,
bang, guys.
excuse me while I
yeah.
So what's the address?
Do you got
help them out?
They
Yep,
can
I
look
can.
it up on YouTube, no?
Where's the private?
Alonzo, can you send him the link?
Yeah.
Yes, please. That's what I'm saying.
What's the link? Where's the link?
Coming.
Our human cyborg
private
relations
chat.
drone is saying it to you right now.
Oh.
This is the funnest part about having a live show, Frank. You know.
Yeah.
So on a side note, is that a new painting in the background you got?
Yeah, I was looking at that, man. Hold on,
Yeah,
yes, please. Let me see that.
That looks cool.
Yeah,
So I
it's
just sent the link in the chat.
Oh man.
In the chat.
Where it says Team Nerd Herd?
Dude, I'm like the only Asian who sucks at technology. I have no idea where you're talking about.
Here, okay.
You can send the link to his Instagram on his EM.
Well, why don't you just email me the link and I'll copy and paste and put it on my.
I'll do it right now. I will do it right now.
There you go.
Alonzo's on it.
Yep.
Standard technology.
I don't even know how to copy and paste, so don't worry about it, Frank. You know.
I just learned that so long ago about all this. So this year, actually, with the whole that everybody is doing the whole Zoom meetings and everything. It's just how I think nowadays you kind of have to learn all this stuff.
Okay, Frank, I just sent it to you. You should have it in your inbox right now.
Okay.
So Justin should be a happy man. Baltimore winning today.
Oh yeah, he had already put it on his Instagram feed. I mean, Ravens my second favorite team aside from Chargers. RIP to them.
Am I the only one that didn't even know it was the playoffs today? I don't.
Probably.
You're not the only one because I don't know.
I know. Me, Lucy.
About this.
Virtual high five. Bam.
There you go.
Yeah, we're good,
we've been watching Cobra Kai.
There you go.
Yeah.
Sweep the leg. That was an amazing series.
Wait, we just finished season 1, so
I'm not even saying nothing.
And also we're watching Warrior. It's called Warrior. On
Warrior's
HBO
so
Max.
good.
The one on HBO, the Bruce.
The Bruce Lee.
Yeah, Bruce Lee
I
one.
need to watch that.
Oh yeah.
Good.
After
I want to watch.
So while we're kind
Woods
of waiting,
coming
does
on
anybody
tonight.
in the chat have any specific questions they want to ask Frank right now?
Okay, here's how bad I'm with technology. I can't copy the damn thing. So I'm going to write it, paper, and then retype it.
That's
So I'm taking it then that Frank, you did not install your own bidet.
No.
Sorry, that was one of our outtakes from last time when we did the interview. He had just gotten 2 kits to put in new bidets in his bathroom.
It'll change your life,
I
man.
was trying to get my buddy to help me with it, and but he never showed up.
Oh, you should entice him.
Man.
He's not your buddy.
We got guys saying that your ballpoint pen drawings are crazy, Frank.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
They are amazing. I mean, I could sit and watch your feed and watch you draw in ballpoint. I'm just like amazed by it. It's such a talent, and you draw a voluptuous woman.
Well, thank you.
Oh, we have our favorite covers, man, and you're gonna see a lot of voluptuous women on our.
Well, they're lined up. They're lined up. We looked. And we found.
You know, that's how because I'm kind of new to comics compared to all the guys. I'm 4 years in, and your art was one of the first ones that I picked up. I didn't know anything, artists, writers, nothing. And you were doing Wonder Woman, and I remember that Wonder Woman cover that I know they kind of cropped some of it, and I was like, hey, where's the rest of the booty? And I love that cover. And then after that, I kept picking it up, and then you were doing I think some of the Marvels too, or it was or and then later on you started doing a Harley Quinn. I don't really like Harley Quinn, but because of you, I picked up all the Harley Quinns.
Like what?
Yeah. I just love the whole, like, you know, the curves, you know, and they're not those skinny girls that I see on all the covers, you know. These ones, they actually have curves and the nice booty and everything. I like
homage. Paying homage.
I got a question, Frank. Is it important to you, man, to draw a real woman, bro, not these fake, you know, Hollywood things that we see on the TV that are all surgeried up and fixed up so it'll look like what it's what we're supposed to be looking like? I mean, what is it important to do that?
Yeah, I mean, like I've always been attracted to the curvy girls.
Yeah.
So
me too.
So I've just, you know, you basically draw what you like, you know.
Yeah. We see, like, me, like growing up, you know, I guess in the 90s back in the day, everybody had to like be super skinny and like, I mean, I don't want to sound gross, I guess, but like with the girls, they had like no boobs and you know, no booty, and it was hot, you know. And I grew up having big boobs, you know. I was 11, I already had, and it always made me self-conscious, you know.
JR, show him the money shot. Show him the money shot.
Yeah, and
it's live chat. Show him the money shot.
There you go.
You gotta get the shutter to get the blood.
Gotta make it rain.
And, you know, growing up, like, you know, being so self-conscious, and then always seeing that, you know, that was like the hot girl. So when I seen your art, I was like, oh my God, like, holy crap, this is different. This is awesome. You know, like, I don't know. I guess for a girl, makes you feel good to seeing that it's been represented, you know?
Oh, thank you very much. I mean, like, you know, where were you when I first started? You know, people used to call me a damn pervert.
Oh gosh, yeah, that's
real.
No,
that's, you know, one of my questions, like, do you get heat for it? You know, because nowadays, you know, everybody gets so offended about every single little thing, and you drawing this, you know, curvy woman, will you get shit about that?
Not as much, but I do still get attacked for drawing.
Really? Tell me who they are. I'll go fight them. I'm just kidding.
Oh yeah,
she's the real fight girl. She is the real fight girl, Frank.
Why do I have a feeling, Lucy, you had like the wall of hair in the 80s? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Where it's straight up.
Yeah.
She's ready to go to war, y'all.
You know exactly. Yeah, I wouldn't have messed with you in junior high.
Yeah. I guess I don't stay quiet.
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't. Hey, this is
No,
your
you're
time,
fine.
Lucy. That like you got Frank. Just ask away.
I got your back, Frank. So let's see who's talking smack.
I think Nick is talking smack. That's why he keeps leaving.
Come on, Nick, get it together.
What gets me though, man, Frank, is like you get attacked for drawing a woman like she really is. You know, like not all women are like them Hollywood. You know, not all women are blonde and weigh 10 pounds and no tits, no ass, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
Exactly.
Or those emo waifs.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just keeping it real, man. You know what I'm saying? Like show them where. Tell us who it is, Frank, and we got your back, bro. Next time you go to con, someone want to talk shit, we got your back.
I kind of know who it is, Frank. I
Don't
kind
say
of
that
know,
name.
but I'm not gonna say it.
Don't
but
say that name, please.
And I don't pick up their work anymore because of that. So.
Yeah.
Well, thank
Heard
you.
up. That's it. We just heard it together, y'all.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
And your women always, I mean, they don't look the same. I mean, we know a couple artists where we're like, hey, I know who she is because she looks like, you know, whatever. But your women are always unique, Frank, and we appreciate that, man. You know,
I mean, my women are basically based on Linda Carter. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
that's
So
awesome.
then, okay, I got to ask you this,
Sure.
Frank: Gal Gadot or Linda Carter?
Linda Carter.
Bam.
Thank you.
Yep.
There you go.
Thank you.
That's
That's
what the chat needs. Our immediate, reactions. We know, Frank. We know, we are happy to know where you stand. I mean, Alonzo is a great fan too. I mean, if you look at the piece on his wall, oh my God, that's a tan is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, right. Yeah, there it is. Yeah. We talked about that last time.
I mean, when we get circulated with cons and we start going, I can't wait to see you, Frank. I'd love to get some work done, most definitely, post haste.
And we had a comment here from Guy in the Comic Forge over on Pressable Defects, and he says, "Great pencil placements in all your drawings, Frank. Leave something to the imagination." Amen. There you go, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I mean,
so
look at her.
true.
She's setting the mood, dude. Look at her. She's setting the mood. She's seated. She's like,
That's the best Patsy Walker's ever looked.
I mean, her helmet's right there at the bottom. I'd buy her a drink for sure, man. I'd be like, like, let me go ahead and make a complete ace of myself. But
that's somebody that I would call my husband.
I'd walk up to her
Like,
and
it's
go,
COVID.
Thanks
Stay
for a
away.
drink.
I'd walk up to her and go, "You like pizza too? Let's go get some pizza." You know, like let's go. You know, like
That's somebody that will tell my husband, "Oh, look at her butt."
Mm-hmm. Oh, for sure. She's like,
yeah, I always do that. I'll tell my husband, I'm like, "Oh, look at her butt."
does Sam do
One of
it?
those white guys' girlfriends or something.
Was there an inspiration for that particular art on Iron Man, the Hellcat cover?
What do you mean?
Like, was it inspired by something? Maybe like the body shape of that particular woman reminds me like of the old art drawings from like Rome and stuff like that.
I don't know. Maybe like I don't know.
It looks amazing. I mean, it's so vintage. I like how she's holding the Iron Man helmet. I could see like in Greece, like her being a gladiator and holding a skull. But I mean, it's beautiful work. I mean, just the colors, the negative space that's kind of on the, I mean, for the live feed. I mean, boom.
No,
I'm
Coffee.
clamoring over it.
Coffee 801 says that's a way to get your husband in trouble. No, I don't. I'm not like that, huh, babe? I don't get mad. I appreciate, guys. I appreciate.
That's right. Matt props.
All right. So I just posted it on my Instagram. Sorry it took so long.
No,
Frank, it's okay.
no worries, man.
No. It's a Sunday and we're closing the weekend out. You know, we are so happy to have you.
So to get back
Before we
to
actually went on air, you know.
so to get back to the painting in the background,
Oh,
that is new. Correct?
So,
Is that
Okay, I'm
you?
gonna put you up last, Frank.
So that is a painting that that I've been working on for a
Not
while.
me.
I know. I'm gonna put Frank over here. There you go. Because Frank should be there. There you go, Frank.
Yeah.
So that's a painting I've been working on for a while. I've always wanted to do like like a life size oil painting of a naked lady, and that's something I've been just dabbling, just that's my problem. It's just that I have about about half dozen paintings in my studio in my house right now that's just not finished. You know what I'm saying? Like that King Kong painting.
Okay.
Been working on that for years. That's like 8 feet by 4 feet, and that naked lady painting is I think it's like 5 feet by about 6 feet by 6 feet by 4 feet. So
that's beautiful.
yeah, so I've been working on a lot of these paintings. I have like a Grand Canyon painting right there that is 8 feet by 4 feet, and another Grand Canyon painting right there. So, and another giant naked lady painting. So I've been painting nonstop. But a lot of people don't know about my oil painting obsession. They all see my comic stuff.
That's amazing artwork.
Will you do a comic with oil paintings?
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
It's just so okay. That naked lady right there. Like, do you have because I see that one and it's like one of those that you see that somebody will post for you.
Right.
Do you just get that just the top of your head, or do you get like?
So I start off by drawing the basic shape and design that I want to do. And then once I have a pose that I have in mind, then I go to my reference file and go through a bunch of photos, tear sheets. Actually now, thanks to the internet, it's a lot easier. And I often use like multiple photos to Frankenstein the pose. Her head is actually you can't see it. Her head is based on Michelle Ryan, the Bionic Woman. The body was a nude model, some European nude model, which I can't think of, and her breasts were someone else completely, and the legs was someone else completely too. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like some bathing suit photo. So I used that leg, and the background, the whole the forest background is a completely different photo too. So that's what I do. So I basically Frankenstein a bunch of these photos to paint.
So you're Dr. Frank.
Yeah, exactly. And same with the King Kong painting. The dinosaur is based on a dino statue, and actually the King Kong is completely out of my head. So I couldn't find my King Kong toy, so I just like drew it straight out of my head. So and that's the tricky part. So I got the shape down. So when I start doing more details, I'm going to go in and look at a bunch of gorilla photos and use that photos to really get the King Kong face right. And rest of it is you just kind of make it up. I'm at a point where I know how light and shadow kind of works. So
now, Frank, we have a question in the chat. Hermano, my brother just hit the chat and said, Frank, what female comic heroine or villain would you like to draw next, and how will you know how to draw the women's figure? And I think you kind of just given us that answer in piecing things together. Let's see. There is another question here.
Right here. But are there any characters that Frank wants to draw that he hasn't and had an opportunity to draw it yet?
Actually, I'm a huge horror fan. So
yes, yeah. Lucy and I are virtual high five. Yeah.
Hey, we love that stuff.
So I would love to do Swamp Thing. I was a huge Bernie Rice Swamp Thing fan.
Yeah,
and I would have done a basically that style Swamp Thing. The early '70s Swamp Thing. And I would have loved to work on Conan. I was a huge fan of Conan growing up and collected all the Savage Sword of Conan magazines. Not the comic book, but the magazine, because the magazine was more truer to the book, violent and the sex and violence and all that. And then the third book that I really wanted to do, because I was a huge John Byrne Fantastic Four fan, was Fantastic Four. I really love John Byrne's run on the Fantastic Four in the 80s. I thought that he rivaled Stan Lee and Jack Kirby at times. I mean, the trial of Galactus was absolutely incredible. I remember reading that as a kid and just like my mind just being blown.
Great covers too.
Do you read any like current comics or anything like that? Or I'm sure you're extremely busy, but if you have like a chance, what kind?
Any current comics?
Yeah.
Actually, I don't read too much nowadays. It's actually pretty funny. When I was a kid and before I became a professional, I read nonstop. I read everything, all the comics. Not everything, all the Marvel comics, should I say? Most of the Marvel comics. I didn't read any DC stuff. And as soon as I became a professional, the more work that I got, the less and less books I read. It's just that I just couldn't find the time. And it was just like you kind of get a little bit exhausted, because you're writing and drawing comics and then to read comics, So it's kind of like making sausages, like like as soon as you make the sausage, what's going into all the sausage and all that. And after that, you don't want to eat the sausage.
JR wants to eat the sausage.
So that's
holding back.
Yeah, that's kind of like that. I just don't have the time. I barely go to the comic shop now. I go like once a month. I mean, I used to go a couple of times a week. When I first started out. Now it's just like once a month. Every 3 weeks.
What do you do to unwind? I mean, like, you don't read. I mean, I know you don't do too much music. Do you watch movies or anything?
Watch a lot of movies, and I lift weights.
Oh, nice.
You watch movies?
Yeah, I watch movies and I work out.
So what was okay? So I'm sure and I think I've seen the tweet or the post. So tell us about Wonder Woman 1984?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, man.
That was great.
That was the best movie ever.
Yeah. Okay, I'll start.
Sarcasm.
Okay. I felt that Wonder Woman 1984 wasn't as good as the first one. But
really?
Yeah, I felt like there was just too much going on. I mean, it felt like 2.5 hours. I mean, they could have cut this movie down to maybe an hour and a half. I mean, there was kind of just a lot of just stuff that you could have like edited out. But I did like the villains. I liked Cheetah. And like I liked Maxwell Lord. I liked the villains a lot better than having Ares. I mean, Ares, I didn't like it, and I felt that you had this like old guy from Harry Potter, and they just CGC'd like muscles on him or CGI muscled on him. I was like, oh my god, this is just terrible. Okay, so that's what I thought.
Okay, next.
I mean, there's so much problem with that movie. It's actually quite scary how much problem that story had. God, where do I start?
Start wherever you want, Frank.
Or wherever you want.
So you have essentially the villain is a genie, essentially.
Yes.
And he has power to do all these stuff. Like basically make the giant wall appear out of nowhere, for hundreds of miles. And he can grant everyone wishes, like billions of people around the world, all at once.
Yeah.
And he couldn't get Steve Trevor to come back to life. They did this crazy, just bad writing of resurrecting Steve's soul into a stranger, putting the stranger completely taking over this guy's body and life. And then Wonder Woman is okay with them, and they have sex. So it's essentially rape. It's male rape.
Yeah.
Right.
If you really think about it.
That's true.
And and Wonder Woman is okay with that. I mean, so that doesn't. That's just fucked up.
No, I'm serious, and it's a great point. I mean, and a lot of people on the chat also agree that this movie is just like not very well written.
I think everybody's on that train, definitely.
And then the Smithsonian, where they go into the Smithsonian Museum. I mean, I live right by, like 45 minutes from the Smithsonian. So all those airplanes and all that, they're decommissioned. There's no fuel. There's no battery. So they basically go to the museum, hop on a jet, and fly off.
I don't get that. They went to a museum? I thought they went to some fucking Air Force base or some shit. See, I didn't even get all that.
No, they went to the museum.
Really?
Because that was an old plane that he knew how to fly.
Yeah. So they jump on the jet, which has a side-by-side two-seater, which they don't.
Yeah.
There's no jets that have two-seaters side-by-side. And then they fly off to whatever, or Egypt or Middle East, and then they go there, do their thing, and then they fly back, on a one tank of gas.
Yep.
I had a friend that basically said the reason that movie sucked was because Zack Snyder had no part in it. Straight face, he said this to me, and I'm just like, you're on fucking crack. Zack Snyder, I will say it, I won't let you say it, but Zack Snyder is one of the worst directors of all time, as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just like, you're on crack if you think he made Wonder Woman first one better because he wrote part of it.
Well,
did he?
Jenkins.
Yes, he came up with this. He came up with part of the story. He's got a story credit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. But
so, and then the cheetah actually, no, I thought the cheetah was fine. I wish there was like a bigger battle where you can actually see it. It's so dark. And then the whole thing I didn't really understand was there's that live wire in the water, and so she's holding Cheetah in the water and basically saying you need to give up or something like that, and then the live wire goes into water, just electrocute Cheetah. Which is strange because, like, for some reason, Wonder Woman is immune to electricity. So fine, she's holding Cheetah, and then and Cheetah's all messed up. Again, that wasn't quite. I didn't understand that, and I really didn't understand how she was flying. She was like, I mean, half the movie seemed like she was Spider-Man. She was with the last.
Yeah, I was calling that when I first saw it.
That's what
she
we said.
Freaking threw that sucker in there. It was just like Indiana Jones freaking.
Right. And so there's this one scene where so she remember that scene with the whole the trucks and all that, and so she lassoed the street lamp, and she grabs the kids, and then she runs out of rope.
That's right.
Around. And then literally 30 minutes later, she lassos a freaking airplane, which is thousands of feet away. I mean, there's no consistent logic into a lot of the stuff in the story. So she runs out of rope because there's it's like what 50 feet, 100 feet. She runs out of rope, and then she lassos a freaking plane, which is like thousands of feet away.
I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even notice that. That is true.
Good point.
No, there's a lot of plot holes in that movie.
Yeah.
movie's
Also,
pretty trash.
the fact that she puts a rope around his foot while he's talking to everyone, and magically it's all fixed.
Right.
I didn't get that. I was just like, okay, that makes no sense.
Yeah, I
You
mean,
able to speak through the rope?
Ta-da!
there's just a lot of stuff that was. It just needed another like couple of more rewrites. I thought. I understood what she was trying to do. It's just that they just needed a better writer to just kind of like, you know.
I mean, the only good part about that movie was the first 10 minutes, and then it was over, man. I was like, yeah, this is not bad, you know, and then all downhill from there.
Nah,
there was 5 minutes in the ending scene when Linda Carter shows up.
Yes,
that was worth seeing.
Right, all right.
It was in the post credits.
She was the original. What was her name?
Oh yeah,
Astra?
Frank could tell you.
Was it Astra?
Oh yeah, they were talking about that she was the one with the gold armor. Right. That was
she wore it originally.
Yeah.
Well, no, but she was also the one that showed up at the very end, though. They actually had her walking the streets.
Yeah, that's the credits.
Yeah.
So it was nice. It was nice.
It was not.
He's all that sums it up.
No, I mean, seriously,
package.
Like, and it's weird because like a lot of people like on social media really like were saying this is the greatest movie ever, and I'm like, did you guys watch the same movie?
Right.
You know why? Because there was what I read a lot. Like it was like the message, which it was like I guess the whole long ass scene about when she was little, so she can say the last thing of what she learned. You know, there
was the message.
I guess.
Yeah.
The message went right over my head.
And it's like, you know, to do the right thing, not to cheat and whatever, you know, I guess. No. And that the whole female power kind of thing. But I'm like, if it was so like female power, she was willing to lose her power for a man. How is that?
Yeah, Lucy's like right there. She's giving you that female perspective. She's all, oh, hell no.
Well, yeah, I mean, it was almost like she needed like other people to kind of step up for her. I mean, I think Wonder Woman should have never needed any outside help. You know, she should just, you know, she's Wonder Woman. She's
Wonder Woman.
She's a badass.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, again, it just needed a couple more rewrites. You know,
I think you should have volunteered.
Oh, I'm gonna agree with you.
Oh hell no.
No. Give your writers credit.
After this interview, I don't think DC will ever hire me again.
Oh, whatever. No,
man. I think they agree. I think they agree with you. You know, like I tell you the truth, man. When I was watching this movie, halfway through, I'm telling my wife, like, "Do you want to waste another hour and a half of our life?" And my wife is like, "We're already half an hour and a half in." You know, like, so we watched the whole thing.
2 hours and 30 minutes, right?
Something like that. Yeah.
I mean, they could have trimmed about like 40 minutes of it.
Oh,
yeah. It you know, like you were saying, the whole Steve did not make sense at all. It just didn't. Right. Like that was one thing that the whole why can he not come back?
Yeah.
Himself.
Yeah. Why does he have to like take over some guy's body? And I kind of wonder what happened to the guy. I mean, he was basically gone for like over a week or so. So, I mean, I'm pretty sure he lost his job, and his girlfriend or wife is thinking, where is my husband or boyfriend? Or even if he's gay, you know, his boyfriend, where's my boyfriend?
Yeah.
You know? His gold star.
Oh, you know what? Another thing, too, that I had a big problem with? Well, not big problem, but I thought it was like, it's an 80s movie, no 80s music.
Yeah, that was weird. Yeah, that was weird.
Like, they had this weird, I don't know. It's at least like couple songs. I know that it's not cheap to add those older 80s cool songs, but
they're Warner Brothers, so they own a lot of the rights to a lot of those songs.
Yeah. I was just gonna like not one song. I don't know.
I mean, I want to say Madonna was a Warner Brothers artist for a long time.
Yeah,
so they would put something of hers in there.
So let's kind of get off the Wonder Woman 1984, and I do apologize for that.
You better.
And get back into the comics. So I I was kind of scrolling through and like with the chat and everything. A couple of the folks wanted to know as far as hitting you up at cons for commissions. I mean, what do they have to do? Do they have to like get you early in the morning? I mean, do you do comics like blanks? Do you do like what you did for me, which is what, an 11 by 24 or something like that?
It's a very simple procedure. So you show up where I'm at my table with a shoebox full of $20 bills, and and just give it to me. You just give me a big brick of cash, and you're in.
And it's like,
Line
here
it
you
up.
go.
Line it up.
He becomes the genie.
He becomes a genie.
Yeah, exactly.
As long as it's like the Robin Williams genie, okay? I want the one from Aladdin.
No,
Yeah.
to get
The
on my
playful type.
you need to contact my manager, Steve Morger. He has the master commission list. So contact him, and he will put you on the list. But then again, I mean, I have people who's been waiting years for their commission. So I normally don't take commission because I'm just too busy. But this year with the COVID, I did have some downtime, so I've been chipping away at my commission list. So actually, I'm going to show you the monster commission list.
All right, let's see it.
Yeah.
No, this is it. We're excited here, guys.
So here's the one that I just finished tonight.
Oh, damn.
That's
That is
beautiful.
so
The mummy. This is
awesome.
I want.
My
Wow.
gosh.
So
I
That's
love
dope.
this.
That's so dope.
That is amazing. Horror
That is.
coming
So-
right at you.
they like a bunch of collectors in Italy commissioned me to do all these monsters.
Oh,
wow.
that's amazing.
Yay.
Medusa. Oh my
Jesus
God,
Christ.
Frank.
That's a Medusa.
Oh.
That's a Medusa I'd ask out.
That
Oh,
reminds me of Clash of the
sure.
My
Titans.
gosh.
Yeah.
I'll be turned to stone any day. Just peace out.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
Nosferatu.
That's cool.
Nosferatu.
Oh,
That is
wow.
amazing.
Right. So
Telling
these
you.
are pretty big. They're like 24 inches by 19 inches, you know?
Oh,
Oh, my
That is
dang.
an incredible piece. Oh my
Oh,
God.
man.
Minotaur looks amazing.
wow.
He's
Wow.
about to mollywop somebody down. Like that girl's gonna be the nail right now, y'all.
Right.
Dang.
Yeah, she milked them wrong.
Oh,
Moo.
Oh, my God.
Oh my God.
Frankenstein?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Banana,
I like how you
I'm right
add,
there
like-
with you, bro.
The banana
spots
just
are red.
banana needs new banana Momoko needs some new pants. Check that out, Frank.
You did it to him. Oh my God.
Oh.
That is amazing.
It's like Chimera.
Oh
Yeah,
my
Chimera.
God.
Nice.
Right. And this is one of my favorite one that I just did.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, that's Rob's
my-
favorite.
Yeah, that's my chocolate right there. Yeah.
That's
Wow.
That is amazing.
Are these going just to one person?
It's
They
got
all- This is what I'm,
a group
that's
of
what I'm saying.
a group of collectors in Italy.
That all looks expensive.
They're expensive.
So lucky son of a
All
gun.
worth it though.
Yeah. Where's my stimulus, damn it?
Well, I have to do, that's 7, I think I did. So I have to do 6 more.
Wow.
I have to do Dracula,
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
geez.
Oh my God. I
Phantom
can't
of the Opera.
Wolfman.
Fan of the-
Yeah, I was gonna say it gotta be a Wolfman there somewhere.
No, actually, that's the thing. Wolfman was not on the list.
Wow.
Wow.
Just
Oh.
Really?
for shits and giggle.
Hmm.
Maybe they didn't like the Teen Wolf rendition, so they were like out with him, you know?
Oh my God,
They're
those are
Italian,
so.
so I got sick and tired of hairy guys.
Manscaped.
Yeah.
Did you have a favorite podcast on or an iTunes playlist or a TV on while you were doing those awesome commissions?
So right now, I've been rewatching Golden Girls.
Oh, hell yeah.
Nice.
Oh my goodness.
So
Picture this.
what are you?
Literally.
Are you a Rose, a Blanche, What's the other two? What girl are you?
Sophia.
I'm
Sophia's right up my alley, man. She's been around the block and then some.
Yeah. No filter, Sophia.
That sounds about right.
I think that's me. Yeah.
She's from Sicily, yo.
Yeah, that's true.
Blanche is the
funny?
husband.
She was one of the younger cast member, Sophia. She played the oldest, but I think she might have been the youngest.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
So a lot of makeup on her to make her look older.
That's crazy. I know that.
I think all the women were roughly the same ages.
That's crazy. Oh, I love that show.
It was a
Now I
great
have the song in my head. Thank you for being a friend.
Break it down, Lucy. Hey, Frank, we got a question we got a question from the live chat. Frank, Texas history teacher said, I once picked up Frank Cho from the airport and gave him a Texas history lesson. Ask him about it. Do you remember that?
Is that Anthony?
That's it. That is from the chat.
He's from the chat, man.
Yeah, he picked me up from the airport and drove me. Drove me down. And actually, I haven't talked to him in a while. So he is. So what do we talk about? Oh yeah, he was a big Supergirl fan. He liked the blonde with the big ass.
Hell yeah.
Voluptuous.
That sounds like Warbird back in the day.
That's like a thoroughbred ass. Like you just want to slap.
Right.
You know?
And his wife his wife got him which I didn't know at the time. She bought my Supergirl piece from me. And then Anthony and his wife Amanda, we became good friends, and I felt bad, so it was just a pencil piece, so I inked it for them. Didn't know. I mean, Amanda got me to ink it, So Anthony was very surprised. I wonder if he cried like a bitch.
That's amazing.
Anthony, did you cry like a little girl?
Did you?
He said boobs.
It's okay if you did, Anthony. Steve does too.
Oh, that's right.
If there's boobs involved, I'm going to be mother smothered and put a tear to my eye.
Right.
Wouldn't you, JR? Oh, well, I wouldn't even answer that. I mean, all right, move to the next question.
But Frank, we got some favorite covers of ours that we wanted to share with you. We wanted to pick your mind about them. So first up was Nick, but I don't think he's here right now. So here we go. Let me see here. And Nick enjoyed this cover. What do you guys think?
Which is the Amazing Spider-Man.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I know what's his name isn't.
That's right, JR is not.
Asshole.
Yeah. JR's more of a Daredevil guy. He doesn't know what he's missing.
Hey, I'm just happy I got my Daredevil one in today. So,
congrats, my brother. Congrats.
Yeah, that's a dope one.
Yeah, so I'm a huge Spider-Man fan. So
yeah,
and I love the classic Romita Romita Senior Spider-Man run. So so all my Spider-Man, I tend to gravitate toward Romita's look.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome, man.
That's an amazing. That's an amazing cover. That's so sick.
So you'll be drawing the Mets version that just came out pretty soon, then, Frank?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
You haven't seen that new
no
Spider-Man one they're doing?
No.
I wish I had a copy of it. It looks like he's wearing Mets colors. It's pretty bad.
Oh, is that the really weird white one? White and
white and blue and orange.
Right. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that's a train wreck.
Oh,
right?
Right. Right now the chat's buzzing. They're like, I think a lot of people are on board with no likey on the Spider-Man costume. I know.
I even feel bad for him, and I hate Spider-Man. Like, please switch back to the red or blue.
New York Mets.
Keep emoji. Keep emoji.
Yep.
And next we got Alonzo, man.
Yeah, so I really like this Harley Quinn cover for number 15 because it has two of my favorite characters on it. So Power Girl and Harley. and it has your like sense of humor in it. So I really enjoyed this cover. I have it CGC'd in at my dad's place, and I really love it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, actually, I had fun drawing it. I think Amanda Connors designed the Harley Quinn superhero costume, and
Nice.
she did a great job with that.
Yeah, for sure. I loved it. It was great.
Power
Like when
Girl.
she first tried that outfit on, the boob window that they had for Harley Quinn, she put it in reverse, so it was a butt window instead. It was fantastic.
So what was that dress called? The Virgin Killer dress? So it's basically like that?
Something like that.
Man, she looks beautiful.
They look, both of them look amazing, man.
Yeah,
Real
but
women right there.
Ta-da is right.
Yep.
That's magical.
And then the next one is Steve's, man. A lot of Harley Quinns here.
Man, when I look at this cover, I just hear, Hulk Hogan's "I Am a Real American." Look at her; she's just standing with the championship belt, conquistador on the back, Mexican wrestling style. I mean, this is an amazing cover to me. I mean, this is just beautiful.
Actually, I had fun drawing that cover. I was doing like different techniques in the background. I think that dog was a ballpoint pen drawing, and then the man bat guy was gray wash, ink wash.
Oh
wow.
It's so awesome. Yeah, this was amazing, Frank. I really love your work.
Oh, thank you.
And next one is JR. What's up, JR?
Yeah, actually, I've seen this in real life. I've seen a horse going through a drive-through. So I saw this and it makes me laugh. Is there a story behind this, Frank?
So two things that come to mind. So I think this was the first cover that one of the first cover that my colorist Sabine Rich started coloring, and she just knocked it out of the park. So I remember when I saw the color version, how much care and detail she put into the brick wall. I was just blown away by it. That's why she's my colorist from now on. No matter what I do. Nice. And the second thing that I remember is I thought horse wearing a freaking mask to hide his secret identity was one of the most dumbest thing I've ever seen. And but that was I guess that was from the 50s or 60s DC Comics.
Mm-hmm.
So I have no idea what those writers were smoking back then, but
we hope it's something good.
The stupidest thing that was ever published in comic came from that era, the 50s and 60s.
Hilarious.
He's all, let me go get a Happy Meal over here.
That's a straight Texas That's a straight Texas cover for me, man.
I saw that in California.
You saw it in California?
I saw this. This was at a Jack in the Box down the street from my house.
What? What?
I live in Sacramento. I don't live in a county, or I don't live in like in the boonies or anything. I'm like in the city, and I saw this, and I'm going, "What the bleep is going on here?"
You should have asked him if you could ride the horse.
I seen that at the McDonald's in Ramona, bro.
Oh yeah, in Ramona, like hell yeah, bro. Like they would do this, man. I saw this in Austin. I was like, what the hell is a freaking horse doing? Why are we behind a horse? Is this horse gonna shit on my car, my rental car? But that's dope, Frank, man. I haven't seen this cover, but I'm gonna have to get it, man. I'm probably have to go on eBay right now and get this.
It's a fun cover.
Oh, it's awesome, and I like the Batman logo on the saddle. That makes it even doper, man. Like what made you think what made you think of doing that? Just like this would be rad if I just do this.
Well, so when I first started, I mean, they would send me the story, what was in the story, and then very shortly after, they won't send me the story, so I couldn't tie in the covers to the story because I didn't know what was going on. So my editor told me just do these iconic standalone covers. and I'm like, oh, well, that's kind of boring. I did that with Wonder Woman. So Harley Quinn, I decided, I'm going to just try to turn every cover into a standalone gag, because, I was, I'm a writer. I wrote and drew Liberty Meadows, so I'm a big newspaper gag writer. So that's my background. So I started doing that, kind of like doing like a sight gag, a standalone one panel gag with a little bit of a Saturday Evening Post kind of feel to it.
Okay.
So that's what I started doing.
I think me and Lucy are racing on eBay right now to get this cover. I could see Lucy like looking on eBay right now. But moving on.
Like we're all battling each other out.
I know, right?
Oh,
Rob.
wow.
Big Rob with the cami coming right at you.
Yeah, so
That booty.
that was the whole Monera thing. And God, what's his name? I think the Eric Coe, I think the publisher, he requested that I do that Monera pose.
That famous pose.
Yeah, the famous the Spider
Woman.
Yeah.
Spider Woman. Yeah, I love this cover. I'm a big Street Fighter fan, and but you were a big Street Fighter guy back in the early '90s, playing on the arcades and stuff like that.
Yeah. I like Street Fighter, but I like the Mortal Kombat better.
Oh yeah, fatalities and all that.
Yeah.
Right up my alley, Frank.
Was Sonya Blade like your favorite?
Had to be, right?
God, I mean,
or Katana. You
Oh,
never want to take Melina out on a date. She'll just eat you alive. Just gone.
God, who's my favorite? Who was the one that ripped the guy's head off with the spine?
Scorpion.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero or Scorpion, one of those two guys.
Sub-Zero, yeah. With a big cast of female characters for Street Fighter, I'm surprised you never went back and did more of the female characters on the Udon.
They never asked me after this. I know that the writer Jim Zub, he threw me under the bus.
Oh wow!
A hater.
Once he saw the cover, which is funny as hell, he went out very publicly saying that that he doesn't approve of my drawing and all that nonsense. Even though, if you look at the book that he wrote, it has.
Wow.
Yep.
I would love to see your Chun-Li. So great.
Get on the list.
Get on that commission list.
Would you do a Mortal Kombat commission, Frank?
No. I have no idea. God, I haven't played Mortal Kombat in years. What are they up to now? Like Mortal Kombat, like
11?
Yeah,
11.
Then they got the movie coming out this year too.
Yeah, they're gonna redo that movie.
But they got a movie coming out.
Yeah,
on HBO Max.
HBO Max.
Oh, it's free. Okay, I'm in.
Forearms, the big head of forearm.
No, yeah.
Goro.
Goro, yeah.
Is it Goro?
Gorg.
Yeah, Goro.
Goro. Yeah. That was I remember when I saw the first movie that came out back in the 90s?
93, 92, 93?
Yeah.
No, maybe later. Actually, 95. Yeah, 95.
Yeah, 95.
And then I was a little bit disappointed because it looked so fake,
Well, it's 95, right?
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed it. I mean, that soundtrack was just absolutely incredible.
Better than Wonder Woman, that's for sure.
There's some amazing soundtracks back in the 90s, so they're like all over the place. There's great ones.
Right.
Yeah, very diverse.
Baraka. There you go.
Right.
Yeah. And then we got our favorite YouTube comic lady woman host with her favorite covers.
I love these. The one of Harley Quinn comparing herself. It just, I freaking love that one. And Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy messing with Scarecrow. It's so funny. I love. And then the one her sliding. I mean, you could see like, I love her legs and her booty. It's just awesome.
You could say you love big butts and you cannot lie.
Actually,
That's right.
it's pretty
Dun,
funny.
dun, dun,
Yes.
dun, 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 dun.
I want to have them. So yeah.
I mean, I think they're fairly harmless, but you'll be surprised how many, how some people would complain that I drew all my women too fat.
What the? Why?
Nice,
Why?
nice and meaty. I think everybody in the group chat can be like, no. They're saluting you, Frank, right now.
Because
I know I am.
she's not. She's thick, and you can see she has muscles. Like
Right.
so. It's like that's how I want to look. Like I want to. She works out. She has those nice thick legs and nice booty because she,
Like she's doing squats.
yeah, she's doing her work. She ain't
Yep.
just
She doesn't
going.
leg
Yeah.
days.
Yes, and now that's how a lot of CrossFit women they look like. That's how they look like.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them,
Oh, yeah.
which I'm so jealous. But I mean, yeah, I will never do CrossFit or work out, but I'm jealous of how they look like. They look freaking amazing,
Oh,
and
thank you.
that's why I love your art. It's just so beautiful.
Thank you.
Mhm.
And I want to ask you, Frank, like the one where Harley Quinn is looking at Supergirl, was that like a F you to those guys, those people that were hating on you? Because you're like, well, this is a real woman, and the real women are always trying to compare to that, and that's not real,
No, I mean it wasn't that. It was just me drawing the first thing that popped in my brain. I mean, I was like rushing, trying to meet deadlines. So, I mean, I actually lucked out with the Harley Quinn covers because Mark Chiarello and then Eddie Choi, they were both absolutely wonderful editors, and they gave me, they pretty much trusted me and just kind of like let me do whatever I want, And, and so most of the time, I didn't have to I mean, after the first several, when they saw what I was doing, and they just pretty much let me go. I didn't have to really do any like bunch of sketches for them,
And I feel like it kind of shows like a little bit of your humor, your humor. Like
Yep.
Harley Quinn is just kind of like,
Yeah.
and it's something that it's easy to
Yeah.
show. I don't know.
It's actually pretty fun because I did the Wonder Woman covers, and then you have the big whole controversy with the whole panty shot, which was complete other nonsense. And then they put me on Harley Quinn, and on hindsight, I think I was a better fit for Harley Quinn than Wonder Woman.
Oh yeah.
Because like Harley Quinn, I could use my humor. My sensibility was more in tune with Harley Quinn than with Wonder Woman.
I just still think that you could do, and I listened to you guys' the other interview, and in the way that you said what you wanted to do with Wonder Woman, I think it would have been way better than than what I have read before, and also again the art is just beautiful.
I mean, I have a Wonder Woman story that I want to write and draw, but I'm not sure that's ever going to happen.
Well, let's start that hashtag.
Hashtag new era,
Let Frank Cho write and draw Wonder Woman.
Please,
Yeah.
please.
Especially
The way
DC, just kind of throwing everything at the wall right now.
The way she has to be.
Mhm.
I gotta say, man. I mean, there's soul to your art, man. Like unlike a lot of others. Like you have a lot of soul going on in it, man. And I appreciate that.
No, thank you. Thanks for enjoying my smut.
And we're not just kissing your ass, okay?
No, we're not.
Salute you.
No, we're not.
Just saying.
I mean, I just saw a bunch of covers that I don't have. Now I have to go. Now I got to fight Lucy on eBay out for it. Like
Oh,
she's just
no.
gonna bid me up.
I think
And then,
I have them, so I don't have to fight you.
He was smart enough to get him in the first place.
then Steve's gonna snipe me at the end, like putting that little snipe bid. Like come on.
Yeah,
man.
these are amazing covers, man. You got to get them.
Right.
Yeah, they need to be added to your collection.
I mean, it's going to be interesting. I think the first first big show that I go to, I'd say it's gonna be just a madhouse. All these people.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So.
We'll
And
see.
out
See
here,
what happens.
kind of closer to me, I'm in Palm Springs. So if you go to San Diego, it's 2 hours away from me. If you go to LA, 2 hours away. So hopefully, I get a chance to see you in one of those shows.
I think California will be one of the last places to open up.
Oh, yeah.
Anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, is it getting worse in California?
Yes.
Right now, everything is still on the
been
shutdown. Right,
It's
especially
been
where
bad.
I'm at, everything like restaurants, you can only do still pickup.
Right.
But the salons and everything else, gyms, everything's closed.
Yeah, all the ICUs are filled up over here, pretty much. So, yeah, it's pretty bad.
Pretty much.
The problem with California also is we've gotten to the point where a lot of people, they're like, we don't care anymore. And the gyms are closed, but a lot of the independent gyms are still open.
Right.
They're so people still go to those. People still go get their barbers. I mean, no one's really paying attention to what the governor's telling us.
Where are those barbers or whatever the hairstylist? Because I had to chop my own hair.
Talk to Steve.
Because
Yeah.
I seriously, I just a week ago today, I just went in the bathroom and
Time to make a change. Yeah, that's right.
Corona cuts are in fashion.
My wife is she does an awesome fade now. I gotta say, man.
Nice.
It has taught her how to do an awesome fade on me and my son. Hey, but Frank, let me ask you, man. You want to stick around? We're gonna do our top picks for that we usually do, and you can critique the art, man, that's going on in some of these new books. Are you cool with that?
I have no idea what you're talking about. So yeah, sure.
All right, cool. Let's go, man. We're just gonna take you on a little roller coaster ride with the herd. So we're gonna say, so Steve, you're up, man. What's your pick of the week, man?
My pick of the week is Vault's Devil's Red Bride. If you guys have been reading this Vault comic, it's on issue 4. I love the covers, especially cover Bs. I've been picking those up. Think feudal Japan. There are 2 clans that are battling it out. This one, the head of the clan, who is teaching his son to kind of come into his lineage. When I die, you will take the crown. You will lead the empire. But he's not a fighter. The son's not a fighter, and the daughter is. The stepdaughter is. She ends up pulling the old switcheroony and putting on his armor to battle, and she's a force to be reckoned with. Right now, this story is really getting good, and it kind of left the 3rd issue left on a cliffhanger where she's going to battle it out with this demon. So I'm really on this story, and I really freaking love the art.
So is that? Did you just describe Mulan or this comic?
I mean, in a lot of ways.
There you go.
Frank nailed it, right? There's no Mushu though, Frank. She is the demon, but she's a badass.
Oh, cool. Yeah, was it by Vault Comics?
Yeah, it's Vault Comics.
I never heard of it. I'll look into it.
It's pretty good, man. I've been reading it too, man, with Steve. It's a pretty decent book, man.
Yeah, I've been reading it too.
Yeah.
Sexism in feudal Japan.
Yep.
All right.
And then I'm next, and I'm picking Star Wars Darth Vader #9 because I can say, man, there's like even if there's hype behind the Mandalorian, it's like all this like Star Wars hype going on in the world. There's a little like Star Wars renaissance going on, with comics because the recent Star Wars run and this Darth Vader have been excellent, man. Like Greg Pak, Aaron Kruger, and on the variants is Richard Esenov. They've been doing a great job, man. I just love this story. I love the new characters. I love the eye. I love Ochi from Bestoon. I love what's going on with Vader and the tug and pull between him and Luke and the 2 different stories that are going on. So, if you're not reading this story, you have to read Star Wars to get what's going on in Darth Vader because they're kind of moving in the same direction, like they link it up. And also what's going on with it's just a great read, man. Like what's going on with Vader, between Vader and the Emperor, man, and everything else, and the art's great. And then they got this they have this. I think it's a 1 in 10, right? Is it 1 in 10 or 125?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's a 1 in 10.
1 in 10.
1 in 10.
I think it's dope, but I know my shop. I know a shop's gonna like charge you $25 because Star Wars is dope. But I'm kind of gonna pass on this because we all got Vader covers, man. I don't need to pay another $25 for a Vader cover, and that's just my advice. That's just me, man. But it's kind of cool what's happening to Vader here. If you see, like, if you haven't read it, Vader got fucking the Emperor kicked his ass, man. And left him to fend for himself, and even send an assassin to go get his ass. So check it out, man. Like it's a really good story to catch up on. Despite the Star Wars hype, man, I really like this book. But moving on, and
wait a sec. I was gonna say,
go
Frank, when you design a character, do you do something like this typically?
Oh God, no. No, actually, sometimes, yeah. I mean, I do like a turnaround for some of the new characters and all that. Yeah, I mean, actually, Greg Pak is a solid writer. He's a great writer, and I had the good fortune of working with him on the Hulk, the Amadeus Cho Hulk.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So actually, I'm actually pick it up, read it.
Nice.
And I mean, hopefully, it's. I mean, I just finished watching The Mandalorian season 2, which is excellent.
Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Amazing.
And hopefully they'll pick up some of that, what they're doing in The Mandalorian in the comic books too,
Yeah.
And it's crazy how that whole series just like sent Star Wars through the roof, man, and to the moon. And Disney itself, right? Like it's crazy.
Yeah.
So but moving on, let's and what you got this week, Alonzo?
So I got Gwenom versus Carnage. So this is part of the King in Black. And I am a huge Spider-Gwen fan. I love Spider-Gwen because I loved Gwen Stacy from back in the day. And I like this new iteration of her. So what happens in this particular book is Mary Jane becomes Carnage. So if you guys know, in this particular universe, Mary Jane and Gwen Stacy are in a band together called the Mary Janes. So something's going to happen here where she is going to get the Carnage symbiote, and just all hell's going to break loose. And the covers are amazing. So I really enjoyed. I'm going to be picking up these covers, and I'm sure everybody's going to be picking up the 1 in 25, which is on the left. Or
it's on the left. And
this one right here. This one's a 1 in. What's this one? Is this a?
That's DNA, David.
Yeah, that's from Unknown Comics.
That's dope, man.
Did you guys see the one from Bird City Comics? The cover is by Greg Horn. It's beautiful.
No, is it?
Yeah.
Definitely check that out.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah, but I really like Inhook Lee's like interpretation. I mean, it looks awesome.
Okay, so here's how much I'm out of comics. All right. So what is this? The King in Black. What is that about?
King in Black is the major storyline right now going through the Venom Spider-Man universe.
Okay.
Basically, there's a guy Danny Keats introduced called Null, that is the god of the symbiotes. And he's come to Earth to kind of rule the roost. He's taken over. He has control over pretty much all the symbiotes. And it's supposed to be a major event. They kind of killed off Eddie Brock, but we think he's going to come back.
He's in the hive.
So he controls the symbiote hive, you said?
Yes.
So it's kind of like the Borg.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, and so he's the king that controls all the symbiotes. Okay,
He's the Borg Queen. Yeah.
Man.
And they're on about to be issue 3 right now. So I think it's only going to be 5 issues though.
Well, sounds pretty cool. I mean,
It's a decent read, man. It's Donny Cates has been having us jump in the back of his pickup truck since 2018 with this run. So, I mean, we hope it's going to pay off. But the last this is 3. We're on 3 right now, right? It's been pretty good. I got to say, man, it's been pretty decent. So
I had had a fun time hanging out with Donnie Cates and his wife at Texas.
Megan.
So,
Megan Hutchinson. Yeah,
him and his wife.
That's awesome.
Good people.
Yeah, Megan was on Lucy's show over there with Comic Book Women.
Okay.
Yeah, she just showed. It was a great show, and then Donnie Cates showed up in the live chat, and I was like, "What the?" Right, I think right after my comment, I was like, "Huh."
And we didn't even notice because that day our chat was kind of messing up. We didn't even notice that he was in the comments till we were done. It was fun. She's awesome.
Yeah, she is, man. It was they did a great interview. If you want to check that out, Frank, it was a real fun interview that they did. And then we got JR, man. What's up, JR?
So this is another one coming out of the King in Black. Main reason I picked it up is that little fat white dude in the front on the second cover. That's Kingpin. I'm obsessed with him. He's got a team. He's bringing together a bunch of bad guys to do his part to protect New York since he's the governor of New York still.
He's the governor of New York?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
He's probably going to do a better job than the current one.
Oh, damn, bro.
Damn.
But,
shots fired.
He got together a team of his Thunderbolts, which the old thing was the Thunderbolts were bad guys that are trying to be good guys, but they're not really. So it should be pretty interesting. I love the old Thunderbolt story, and I love Kingpin.
Is this a one shot?
I'm not sure. I believe it is, but Marvel,
it's a tie-in. It's a tie-in, man.
This kind of reminds me of Dark Knight's Metal when all the the Suicide Squad and all that, like some of the I guess Harley Quinn.
They basically stole the idea from there. The only difference was originally they came out. The old series was they came out. The Masters of Evil came out as good guys. No one knew that they're actually bad guys. And the twist at the end was you found out, oh, these guys are actually a bunch of bad guys trying to screw over people.
A good run to check out though, Frank, is the Daredevil run, man. The Daredevil run's been really good, and Kingpin's all up in that one too. But sorry, JR, go ahead.
No, that's good. That's all I really had for that. So
and you have another cover, bro.
I'll pass.
All right, there you go. And Rob, what you got, Rob?
I have Future State. That's the big event on DC side. Superman and Wonder Woman #1, and this is by the writer is Dan Walters, artist is Delia Del Duca, cover artist is Brent Anderson and Lee Weeks, and the variant cover artist is Jeremy Roberts. And it's the new Wonder Woman, Yara Flor, and I'm curious to see her interaction with Superman. I don't know much about this particular story since it's a #1. It's a whole new event, so I just curious to see what's the new interaction between the new Wonder Woman, Yara Flor, and this new Superman. And it's pretty much what I got for it. I'm at the B cover, the cardstock variant. It looks pretty cool, and of course, there's also the very wonderful.
Gal Gadot.
Yeah. So
out of golden armor.
I would love to see Frank draw Yara Flores.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So Frank.
She's eating her wheat cakes.
So Frank, she's Brazilian.
I mean, who is she?
Go ahead. Someone tell you guys.
So Yara Flor is the new Wonder Woman. She's part of the new branch of the Amazons that are in Brazil.
Ah. Okay.
So it's another So it's some Amazons that fled from Themyscira and kind of created their own society out in Brazil.
Oh. Okay.
And so Yara's part of that. I mean, her introduction was really good. The artwork, Joel Jones is on it. It's pretty cool.
It is, of course, in the future of the DC universe. And
did you say that Lee Weeks is drawing one of these or something?
Yeah, he's a cover artist, I believe, on cover A, that the Superman on the one on the left.
Oh, okay. All right.
I believe that's him. Jeremy Roberts is doing the variant.
I like that variant one. I like it. She looks really pretty. Her face is really pretty.
Yeah, pretty realistic.
For sure. Yeah.
He looks pretty too.
Yeah.
JR wants to ask her out on a date for sure.
He's very Gap model look.
Yeah, that's a stride right there.
But this is what I'm saying. I'm just saying. I'm saying this. What John Snow said. Frank needs to start an internet World War III and draw his own Yara floor. That's what
I
I'm
agree.
saying.
Yeah.
I agree, man.
I would
You
love
could
to see that.
I'm
That would be dope. You gonna do it, Frank? What if they ask you, like, you want to draw Yara floor? Would you be down?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
You heard it here. You heard it.
She
You heard it
needs
here
those
first.
curves.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna let Lucy take this one because this was Nick's pick, and I know this is the one that you wanted to do. Damn.
Yeah. This one.
Sign me up.
Del Rey, she's doing the first cover A, and I know I read her. She had another with I think it was Image, and oh my goodness, I can't think of the name of it. Hold on.
Ice Cream Man, right?
No, she was doing the Redlands. It was pretty creepy and a lot of boobies and all that. It was pretty cool. It was about witches and stuff like that.
You got me at boobies.
Yeah, but Vanessa Del Rey, she's doing the cover A, and it's a one shot, and they're the same writers of Ice Cream Man, so it's gonna be hopefully a good one. And what is it?
What's it about?
It about these people that are like clowns, and it's trying to be, with the jokes and everything, but then they also have like a really dark life, so it's not all.
Yeah, it's going to be like an anthology series for sure. I mean, I'm totally excited. I've already my comic book store, my LCS, posted up on Instagram, gave me a little tease of the first 4 panels of the page, and it's a husband that's coming in, and he's kind of giving you his narration of, oh, I have such a wonderful life. And in these panels, he's arguing with his wife.
The wife giving him shit of being a clown.
Yeah. She's like, way to be a good provider. And then all of a sudden he's walking away like, bitch. And you hear it, like a honking out the car door, slamming, driving off.
So basically the crappy life of a clown.
Yeah.
And I was telling you guys before we started that the cover that from Bird City Comics, Megan Hutchison, she's doing that exclusive for that one, and I freaking love that cover because I was telling you guys it's Ronald McDonald, like it's scary side. I don't know if you guys growing up, he used to freak me out. So seeing her making that cover, it was just pretty awesome. You guys have to check it out.
Oh yeah, this cover sold out too. I mean, cover A and then the blanket sold out as well. I actually did cover B.
The kind of hippie one. Yeah, that's a trip.
Yeah,
Grateful Dead cover.
See, Frank, this is how it's done here, man. Like, I don't even know about these books half the time, and they describe them, and I'm always like, I'm gonna cut my pull in half, and then now I'm gonna get this book now because of Lucy and Steve. Right. And this connects. This is actually the writers from Ice Cream Man, right? And I heard it's gonna connect with Ice Cream Man. Is that the rumor?
I'm not sure, but I do know it. Ice Cream Man has been optioned. I just recently read an article. I think it might be on two. I don't want to outspeak the platform, but it's going to be on a platform, and they're going to make Ice Cream Man a show. So I'm actually anticipating that. I mean, I love Ice Cream Man. That anthology series is dark, takes you down like just a real different direction. I mean, if you've picked up issues, I know E's been picking up those issues.
Oh, I've fucking got them all.
Issues.
Awesome.
For sure.
So if you like horror, you'd recommend this, right?
Yep.
Oh,
yep, totally. 100%. It's a dope series, man. And the art's awesome too. So it's like a great little anthology series with like real awesome art and awesome covers. It's got everything, man. Ice Cream Man.
Issue 8 of Ice Cream Man, it has a cover B, has a clown on it too.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
All the chats, right?
Already?
Say that again, Frank?
Are all these books already out?
These are coming out this Wednesday. These ones here.
Okay.
Frank, if you want to catch up, man, I can send you a copy of number 8. It's dope. The art with the clown on the front is like it's just a regular clown in a bathtub, right? it's freaking freaky, man. You know, so but moving on, man. So and then we got our Captain Obvious of the week, right? Go ahead, Alonzo.
Yeah, so this one, it has already a lot of hype around it. This 1 in 25 for Gwenom and versus Carnage has sold out everywhere. And you honestly cannot pick this book up for ratio. I mean, you go on eBay right now, these are going from like $100 or more. I mean, it's just nuts. And it's just for this one particular cover. I mean, Inhyuk Lee has a huge fan base already. And I mean, the cover is just outstanding.
Oh yeah, it looks great.
Man, a woman in vinyl, bro. You got me at the vinyl, you know. So
yeah, they got to play some Prince in the background right now and have her walk down a runway. I'm ready.
Yeah, and people are looking forward to this particular series. So yeah, it's an in-demand book already.
Yep. And then we got
like mini series.
It's a mini series. I believe there's going to be like 4 issues.
Yep. And then we're going to take you, Frank. We're going to take you down the whole catching up with the Team Nerd Herd rabbit hole. And I think the first thing we're going to talk about right here is High Republic, man.
Yeah, and it might be the only thing here that we have.
Because it's the only thing that mattered last week, you know.
Man.
Yeah. So
Frank sold out like freaking so quick.
Yeah, and Frank, I know that you're like a Star Wars fan because of The Mandalorian. Have you had a chance to kind of pick up the High Republic or kind of just hear things just from your from a writer and artist perspective?
No, actually, so my buddy Mike McSwiggan, he's a big Star Wars nut. So if I need to find anything, any Star Wars story and background on that, I ask him. So I'll ask him later, when I talk to him next, say, what the hell is this High Republic crap?
Yeah, so High Republic is essentially what happened before the prequels. Like we're talking 200 years, like in the past.
Okay. All right.
And this is where the Jedis were at their peak. Hence the name, like High Republic.
Right.
So we've had Kevin Scott on the podcast to kind of talk to us about this particular book, and I'm on the fence. I get it. I love the feel of the book, but at the same time, I have a lot of questions because I don't know kind of where it's going, and especially that last page where JR, help me out here. The name of the excuse me?
Seeker.
Thank you. Seeker goes back to his room after all of the Jedis went from Padawan to an actual Jedi Knight, and he goes to his room and just screams out, "No!" Like something bad is going to happen. But I have no clue. I couldn't find any hints at all in the previous pages to why he's upset.
Maybe you got to read the novel or something.
Which I'll have more information later when that comes. I've got the novel and stuff, but basically, Frank, this is the new era. They're just trying to get away from the Skywalkers.
Right.
That's what they're doing. They're trying to go to an age that they don't have to worry about. It was already pre-written. They're not going to offend anyone. And
I guess that's Yoda in the middle, right?
Yes, that is Yoda, a younger Yoda. So that's the only carryover that we know of right now.
Still rocking a cane, like he's like the futuristic Dolomite, you know.
But who knows? We might end up. I would not be shocked if we get like Chewbacca showing up somewhere in there because Chewbacca's race is supposed to be fairly old, or can be very old. But this is where they're going to be heading for like the next 10 years. I think they're doing a big push.
And there's this whole there. I mean, some people like it, some people don't. You know, but I thought it was excellent. If you talking about Wonder Woman, how they should have cut out 45 minutes, right? Like Kevin wrote, he could have stretched this out in 3 books, but he did an excellent way of like segueing us on a character development, the story, and everything else that has to go with a real solid book. And he saved us, $12, you know, and now we're going straight into like where we need to be is, you know, what's the plot, you know? So that's just me, you know, that's just me. So what do you guys think?
I'm along for the ride. I mean, they also dropped 2 novels this week.
Yep.
One by Charles Soule, another by, I forget who the other one was. That's a young adult.
The young girl, yeah. I forget her name.
And then they also dropped a kid's book that I did not pick up. They dropped all that this week. All this was supposed to come out back in July, but because of COVID, screwed everything up. I figure this is where we're going to go. If this gets me away from the Kathleen Kennedy stuff, then I'm fine with it. But that's just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Ditto.
Me too.
I'm definitely
done with Kathleen Kennedy.
Pants, man.
So since we're on the Star Wars kick,
yeah, but Frank, hey man, Frank, I want to thank you.
No, go ahead, Ian.
Someone's delaying.
Is everything all right?
I think Ian's pulling a famous Rob real quick. I think maybe he dropped his internet. I think he was going to say, do you have any other projects? Yeah, he's going real slow right now.
Yeah.
Do you have any other projects you want to mention before we let you go? I mean, because I know it's pretty late for you right now.
Just Fight Girls. Fight Girls will be out this summer, and that's it. I mean, and I have a new art book coming out in the spring, which my publisher gonna make a big announcement soon.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing something about it because that's that Beautiful Women. I got the first one of those.
Right.
From Flask. I think, is it Flask or Flesk?
Yeah, Flask.
Okay, yeah. But other than that, is there anything else anyone needs to say?
I think Alonso had a question, right?
No, I think we're good. We're good.
So I'm going to send off to Lucy to send us off for the night. And thank you again, Frank, for having us.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank you, Frank.
Thank you very much again, Frank.
Oh, thank you guys for having me.
Thank you. Okay, so what do I do?
Well, you can do like the mortal words of Frank Cho and say "fuck you all," or
that's right, you could.
Or as we normally say, if you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Oh, I like that. If you want to do it right, collect what you like.
Peace.
All right.